I made $4,930 this morning in about 25 minutes. Here's exactly how I did it and how you could have done it as well and how you can do it. So first things first, what are we looking at? This is my broker statement. You guys can see it's live. It's not a screenshot. Tradeovate, my trading broker that I use to trade futures, gives me this after every day. I download this. It shows if I won or if I lost. It shows everything here, literally like every single thing about the trade. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys this to confirm that I did actually do this. And now we're going to look at the actual trade that I took. Here it is. Before I do that, actually, here are my executions. This is also from Tradeovate. This shows exactly where I entered the trade and where I exited the trade. So now that we've got that out of the way, we can talk about the trade. First things first, what was this trade? If you guys have been following me, you can already read my mind and you know exactly what I'm going to say. If you don't know what I'm going to say, the good news for you is that I'm going to explain exactly what the setup means, why it's important, why I took it. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, let's get into it. This is a break and retest setup. So the first thing that you have to understand is where are we getting our levels from? We are getting our levels, or this specific level, from the 15-minute New York Open right here. So the candle from 8 to 8:15. The reason that we're using this candle is because this is when the New York Forex session gets active. So in my experience, I have found this level to be the most accurate and the most powerful out of any other levels. Some people use the 930 level, which is when the US stock market opens, which is different from the Forex market. So don't get that confused. But what I do usually do is I wait until about 9:30 to take the trades because that's when the volume starts in. Or that's when the volume starts coming in. So I get my level from this candle right here, and then I usually take my trade around 9:30. What time did I take it today? Let's see. So today, yeah, I took that trade from about 9:35 to 10 a.m. today. Usually I'm in trades from 9 and 11. After 11, I really don't find myself getting into many trades. So what I saw this morning was that we opened up and we already had a very strong break to the downside. So right off the bat, that gave me confirmation that I would be looking for a retest because we've already gotten the break. And remember, all a break and retest is it's a break, which just means price moving below a level. And then it's a retest, which just means coming up and touching that level again. And then a continuation in the same direction that we broke out to, which in this case was to the downside. So I was looking for shorts. Only other thing I was watching today, and the reason that I took this entry right here and not right here, is actually something that's going to help you guys a lot. So if you guys don't know about liquidity, about my strategy, the main thing that we are doing is we are finding very important areas on the chart, and we are pretty much trying to place our entries where other people's stops are. We are trying to catch big moves, we're trying to catch fast moves, and we're trying to catch really good risk to reward trades, meaning trades where we can risk a little bit of money and make a lot of money back, which is what I did today. Reason that I entered at this midpoint here is because I saw that we had this high, and in my mind, I was saying, okay, I think that the market makers, I think that the banks, the hedge funds, the people with a lot of money are going to go ahead and try to stop out people. And I was right. So you guys can see a lot of people, were taking shorts right here, and they had their stop right at this high. Me, knowing this, I decided to move my stop a little bit above this high because I knew that they were going to stop hunt everybody and then move back down. And I was right. That's exactly what happened. So I had my stop right here. I was kind of close to getting stopped out, but I didn't think that we were going to come up here, and it played out perfectly. So I got in that trade right at this midpoint once I saw us starting to reject a little bit. And then I got out of this trade right here, caught about 12 points today. Risk to reward was just below a 1 to 3, so a 1 to 2.5, which I don't mind at all. For me, as long as it's over a 1 to 2, I consider that a very good trade. I normally try to target 1 to 3s and 1 to 4s. The only reason that I didn't really hold on to this trade is because we were in news, and I knew going into news that I was going to have to be very, very disciplined. So I had my tight stop. Once we were already here, my stop was at break even, so I secured my risk, and I told myself, if we get those 10 points, I'm going to exit the trade. So we got that. All good. I could have held on a little bit longer, made like a little bit more money, but I don't think in could haves, guys. I think in what did I do this morning? And this morning I woke up, I followed my plan, and I made money. So everything is quite good. And the other thing that I want to show you guys today is we actually really just respected our levels today. You guys can see this is a London low. So this is the lowest part of the London trading session. We had a really nice bounce off of here, but we swept these lows, right? We swept these lows. We swept these Asian lows. Bounced off of that, rejected. It's literally like we're playing ping pong with our levels. That's how accurate they are. So it's like we move down here, bounce up, reject off of this level, bounce off of this Asia low, again, perfectly to the exact cent, which a lot of our premium members saw, and they were able to get in on that trade. This was a beautiful trade. I mean, you would have caught, what is that, like 50 points? or 25 points on with zero drawdown. So beautiful, beautiful trade, taking a bounce off of that low, and even off of that low, and then we went back down again. We came up, we rejected again, and we bounced off of the London low once again. But wait, it gets crazier. Came back up to the New York Open and this high that we still hadn't broke through, rejected it again. So today was just a perfect example of really the importance of having accurate levels. Because if you didn't have accurate levels today and you were using, like ICT or support and resistance, and guys, I don't hate on ICT. I think that guy's really smart. My thing with ICT is it just confuses the shit out of me. Like, I'm just gonna be quite honest. ICT confuses me. For me, I like to keep it very simple, very easy. I like to have it be something that I can explain to a 10-year-old. Trading's hard enough with emotions, with money, so I don't like to bring ICT's butterfly turtle soup strategy into my trading. That's just how I like to do it. No hate, but that's just not my way of doing it. I like to keep things very simple. But the point that I'm making is if you didn't have accurate levels today, maybe you were using support and resistance, maybe you were using indicators, you would have gotten absolutely chopped around. But when you have really accurate levels, you have so much opportunity, guys, so much opportunity. Today was a beautiful, beautiful day in the markets. Our levels were respected perfectly. And just like I showed you guys, I mean, we literally respected this level 1, 2, 3 times. We respected this high 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And even right now, it looks like we might be bouncing off of that low. So importance of having good levels, guys. You need good levels. If you don't have good levels, you are completely screwed. There's 2 main things that make up a trading strategy. The first being levels. What areas on the chart do you consider important? The second thing, what do you actually expect price to do when it reaches those levels? And you can imagine if your levels are not good, the second part, the what do you expect price to do, is not going to be good at all. You might not even know what price is going to do. You might not even have reactions. You might not even be thinking like that. So really just wanted to nail it in your guys' brains. You need to have good levels. You need to have good levels. If you're watching this right now and you're not having your levels, it doesn't look like this, it's not getting respected like this, then you're doing something completely wrong. So now I'm gonna show you guys some other trades that we took today in the community. Real quick, I want to go over David's signal. David sent a very nice signal today. He sent NQ shorts right here at about 10, and he sent his price target, stop loss, and he said it's risky because they were in news, but turns out that sometimes it's worth taking that risk, and he was making 40 points here, and then he fully scaled out he scaled out of his second price target for 80 points, and this is when he fully got out of the trade. So really nice trade, and you guys can see if we go over to the profit section, this is where people post the trades that they took. People made a lot of money today following my trade and taking that bounce that we were talking about. Remember how we were talking about bounces off of these levels? This guy took that exact bounce right there, and Drake followed David's signal. He made some money. So did Haunted. JP, actually, what he did was he was trading options, but he knows my strategy, and he was watching ES and S&P 500. So basically, if you guys are familiar with SPY, it's the S&P 500 ETF. If you want to trade options, you can literally follow my strategy if you're trading options and just trade options on SPY. So that's what he did. He took puts off of that break and retest. He made about $100 there. Darren, really good day for Darren. I'm excited to say that Darren finally got funded. He passed 5 50K accounts. He took that break and retest to the downside, the same exact one that I took. You guys can see he literally said break and retest to the downside. Heatless took David's signal, so he made some money there. My man Grahal, apologies for my pronunciation. I'm just gonna call you G because I don't want to disrespect you and mispronounce your name. My man G made, what do you make? $350. He took that same break and retest. 23 Dion took my break and retest trade and then David's trade as well. So I love to see him doing that. Cheese Whiz, that looks like that probably that short that David took. He was in that for pretty quickly. And then JP made some money on SPX as well. So we're crushing it, guys. We're crushing it. And people were also posting tons of profits in the futures chat. The futures chat was so hyped this morning because we were all waiting for that break and retest. We got it. And as long as people had their stop loss in the right place, which pretty much everybody did, we made money. So it feels good to be able to do that. And the thing that you guys have to realize is this is not a coincidence. It's not like some fluke thing that everybody in the server is making money and I'm making money. They have my exact strategy. They know exactly what I'm looking for every single morning. I literally tell them the exact trades that I'm going to take. I didn't mean to do that, but that's actually cool. They know my mindset. They know my risk management. They literally talk to me, right? I go live. I'm in the chats. I'm talking to them. I'm giving them advice. So they have profitable information. So they have a massive advantage over you assuming you don't have profitable information. And if you want to know if you have profitable information, I can ask you a very simple question. Are you making money month over month trading? Like, did you make money this month? Did you make $5,000, $10,000, or did you lose money? If you lost money, chances are you do not have profitable information. It's that simple. So if you guys want access to profitable information, I'll put the link to the premium Discord in the description of this video. Love to see you inside. It's a blast, and we just make a lot of money. We make a lot of money. Simple. It's good. We're going to continue growing. We're going to continue expanding and giving you guys more and more value. So it's a great place to be. But wanted to do this video, give you guys a quick recap on today's trade. Nice to finally see us having some nice price action. Last week, terrible price action. I didn't like it at all. This week, I liked it. Currently already up around $10,000 for the week, so that feels nice. Talk to you all soon. Peace out.